welcome to Sir Paul Theron.
Sir, knighted over the weekend.
Knighted over the weekend. Well, speaking of the UK, terrible things, and generally in Europe, we had bombings in Norway. We had
speaking of the weekend,
27-year-old artists passing away.
Even for a dyed-in-the-wool optimist
Somalia.
like me, it was a rough weekend.
Yeah.
You know, and then the Springboks lost the rugby.
Oh, yes.
And my favourite guy didn't win the Tour de France. And, you know, then the city press's revelations about the honourable leader of the ANC Youth League was added to the list of things to feel aggravated about. But, you know, we must be positive. Oh, and they didn't get a debt ceiling resolution.
Yes.
I was thinking the Republicans and the Democrats, the very least they could do is have some 11th hour resolution. So now we're still in no man's land. But
why are they dragging this out, though, Paul? We know they're going to find a resolution. We know that they need to both find a resolution because it'll assist both of the profiles, Republicans and the Democrats.
You know, a lot of people have been very aggressive and disparaging of Washington and Washington politics in all of this. But I actually think, in a way, it's interesting because the debates are about what should a society do with regard to its taxation levels and with regard to its benefit levels, particularly for, you know, old people and the sick. You know, that is at the end of the day what you're talking about when you talk about Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare. And these are not debates that are unique to the United States. I mean, they're in Europe, they're here in South Africa and everywhere.
Yeah.
So I actually think it's quite pressing because clearly this is a sticking point, but in a way it's interesting that it's kind of come to the head like this.
Give me one good news item for the day.
The big good news item for the day is that the National Football League, that's the American Football League, they actually agreed that they are going to go ahead with the 2011-2012 season. So for those of us that are American football fans...
Why weren't they going to?
They were having a dispute over whether the owners or the players should get more of the money.
I knew, follow the money, that's it. The secret to life. Thank you so much, Paul Theron, for joining us today.